everybody, and welcome back to the Hilltop Pillbox here in Abbotsford, British Columbia, Canada. And we are on turn 4 of the BBR3 here in, this wonderful match that we're playing of Operation Market Garden. And like I say, we're turn 4. I'm going to give you a quick rundown of what's gone on recently. Well, there you go. The Japanese have quite convincingly taken Calcutta and still have 9 units left over. Lost a couple of planes in the ordeal. We have ATC with the Brits, so a few planes were swatted from the sky. Japanese have quite a massive home fleet there. The Russians came down here, and the Japanese weren't really prepared for that. They didn't have enough stuff to go and swat them, so they're going to have to do something about that later on. Japanese did come down and secure Java for the loss of 1 infantry. Over here we have quite the mess, and it's going to get messier, I guarantee it. You're going to love it though. Got some Canadians down here along with some Frenchmen, and the Americans flew 5 fighters up to Iceland last turn. Where are they headed? Well, we got some red arrows, and they're going to show you in just a moment. Over on the Eastern Front, the Germans punched in, took the Baltic states, and backed up the Italians in Bessarabia. And the Russians said, and they came through and took them all. Killed a bunch of stuff here, about 14 units, I think, here, for the loss of 7 or 8 infantry. So definitely a bit of a concern for the Germans. We'll see how they handle that. Up north, the Finnish contingent has been destroyed by the Russians. But they're a little bit out in the open now, and you can see that the Russian factory was moved back, and there you have it. So that is where we're at now. That's all the big news. Some Russians down here in northwest Iran. But that's all the big news. Some subs here, American fleet, some aircraft, but they're going to be going on a little bit of a trip here, and we'll let you know what they're doing in just a moment. All right, so right now we've got China as $10, and with the $10, they're going to buy all they can buy, which I totally forgot to get ready. But they are going to buy 3 infantry and save $1. And you can see I'm not using the paper money anymore. I actually, finally, after only a month and a half, decided to come and bring the actual chips down. So China is saving $1 here. The Americans had $77 to spend. We spent 6 on tech, which we got, which we will be revealing this turn. We're saving 3. We're buying 7 subs at $6 a pop, so that is 42. And then we're going to spend 26 on 2 transports and 4 infantry. All right. Well, the Americans only have 1 attack, and the Chinese have no real die rolling attack. So I'm only going to be rolling dice like once, probably. So we're going to go into there and take Jihol. And the rest is non-com. Wasn't that exciting? And then we have some non-coms going on here. So we'll do our attack over here. So China's done. You know what? Let's tie off China right now. Let's just get her done. So we're going to move these guys up to Shenxi. This guy in Kwaicha, oh yeah, I forgot there's that one there. It should be a red arrow, but he is coming into Hunan and taking that. And then all these guys, including the fighter, are coming into Anhui. Okay, so Japan is going to go down 2, and China is going to go up 2. Are you ready for it? China goes up to 15. Look at that. And Japan drops down to 49. Okay. So that's pretty cool. I think I have the Japanese money correct. If I don't, that's okay. I'm not collecting their money. So China then has 1 man in Hunan, 2 men in Shenxi, and we have 5, 10, 14 infantry in Anhui, 3 artillery, and 1 fighter. And the reason I can place here is because, well, it's our territory. So it was at the beginning of the turn, so I can place into there. And then we have our lone man in Jihol. Okay. Now, we don't get our bonus because Yunnan is not open. But we did save $1, and we are at 15. So that's going to be $16 that the Chinese are going to have for next round. A happy, healthy China. There we go. America. Here we go. So that's it for China. China's done. We can just move on now. So here we have one attack. And because we're at a British air base, we can use the ATC, which means we can move 2 from there. So that means we have a range of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They'll be landing in London. So our 5 fighters here, these are all fighters, and one kind of hanging off the side there, a couple of them. We're going to go there. We're going to attack the German destroyer. There's no fighters to scramble. So this is just a one and done battle here. Hopefully it's not a 5 and done. Here we go. Okay, so yeah, this was his destroyer die here. This is his 2, and I got 5 out of 5. So sorry there, Germany, that destroyer. I don't know. Got to work on the damage control. There we go. So the Americans all fly into there. So 5 fighters have been added to the defense of London. All right, that's it for that. Now, it's all non-combat movement and placement. So we have here man and a tank, and they're going to go 1, 2, 3. They're going to come down here. We're going to drop them off in the Casablanca territory. We've got 4 more transports. They're going to come on over. These 4 transports are going to bring over 4 men, 1 artillery, and 3 mech. Alright, so 4 men, 1 artillery, 3 mech. So I'll be going over what's there. I'm going to chip things out when I'm done. We also have 2 destroyers. They're going to come along as well. And we've got the strategic bomber, and he is going to fly. I was going to fly him to London. I think I'll still fly him to London. We're going to fly him to London. And there he is. So he is a bomber. Not a transport. He's a bomber. Okay, over here we have this whole American fleet, and they're all moving into Japan. No, they're all coming down here to 54. Probably surprising no one, but it's a lot of fun. We'll keep this stuff as organized as we can so that the recap is clean and simple. And they, of course, are bringing all these units with them. But Hilltop, you're leaving Honolulu wide open. Yeah, we are. We definitely are. We'll see what Japan does. Now we have these fighters, and they can fly 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They can all fly to Queensland. So what we're going to do, tell you what we're going to do. We are going to Alright, we're going to take these fighters. They're going to come down. Oh, you're probably wondering, I don't think I revealed my tech. My tech is the fighter, advanced fighters, right? So I'm firing at 4s. That's why I rolled my black dice. You don't get to see those too often on my channel. So I remembered I was firing 4s, but I forgot to tell you. But then these tacticals are going to go back to San Francisco. All right. And that submarine is going to stay right where it is. All right. So, time for placement of units. So, we are putting our 7 subs over here, and they're joining the other subs. So, there are now 8 subs there. And then we've got 4 men and 2 transports going here. 2 transports, 4 men. So we're saving $3. I'm not sure if I mentioned that, but 3 of the dollars there I am saving. That's what this little stack is here. So these were the subs, these are the transports, the men. This was my tech, $6 for tech. Okay, so our money is 50. If my nose was running money, honey, I'd blow it all on you. Let me know if you know that song.
I would prefer not to.
Um, and then America does get this bonus. Gets the $10 for this and $5 for that because we still have all that stuff. So it's an extra 20, so that's $70. We saved 3. So America is going to have $73 to spend next turn. So that's 35, 45, 55, 65, 73. All right, we had saved a bunch on round 2 knowing we'd want to spend on tech. So there we go. So 73 for America and 16 for China. I've already done China's run by, so we'll do it here. So in Queensland, we have an artillery and a mech, 4 men and 3 American fighters. In the Coral Sea, we have a carrier with 2 fighters on it. We have 2 submarines, 2 destroyers, 2 cruisers, 3 transports, and 1 battleship. Up here we have 8 submarines, 1 man in San Fran, 2 AAA, and 3 tacticals. Over here we have, oh, I said I was going to chip these out. What a liar. So we have 5 men, 3 mechs, 1 artillery, and 1 tank, and they're all in Casablanca. And here we have 5 American transports. These are Canadians, by the way. We have 5 American transports, 1 American cruiser, and 2 American destroyers in C-Zone 91. In 101, we've got 2 transports. We've got 4 men and the 2 AA guns. And over here we have a strategic bomber, and we have our 5 fighters. So that's everything for the USA and China. Pretty straightforward, pretty simple. But I tell you, the UK turn is going to be quite interesting. Quite interesting indeed. I got to check and make sure I'm not getting convoyed anywhere I own, because I keep forgetting convoy stuff. But I think America's a little too far away to get convoyed right now. So we're good to go. That's everything. And right on the heels of this is going to be the UK turn, so wait for it. Here it comes. As promised, here is the UK turn. Alright, so the UK had $23 to spend from last round. 23. Yeesh. Hit pretty hard. So we've got $6 that we have to spend for the tech, which was successful. We all know now is ATC. Got to spend $6 to repair the airbase in England. So that's going to happen. So I'm going to just take that off of there. They bombed the tar out of that, but we're going to need that someday, I'm sure. So we're gonna repair that. And then we've got $11 left. We're going to spend the 8 of it on a destroyer, and 3 we're going to save. We're going to bank that for now. All right. Well, remember how I said you're going to really like this turn? Well, here we go. We have got a very entertaining gig. We are, in fact, going to attack Rome. Now, you might be thinking this is crazy because if you know BBR rules, all Italian units that are with German units instantly become all German. So all of these guys here are going to become German. There's like 10 guys and a couple of tanks and a mech, artillery, and 3 fighters. Okay? But we're going to do it anyway. I'll tell you why. Because we're crazy. All right, so here we go. We've got these 4 units here are going to hop on these transports, ignoring the sub. We're going to come up to 97. There's no scramble happening anywhere here. So we're going to land a tank, artillery, and 2 men. Meanwhile, we have a cruiser and a battleship that are going to come by and help out with that. Okay. That is, as far as I know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Oh, wait. No, I don't want to lose any planes. Well, he doesn't have ATC, so. But Don't. Okay, folks, I'm sorry. I have to pause because I got to find out if I move this carrier, does this just go here? Because or does it stay on the carrier when I move it? I'm sorry. I've got to look this up. Just a second. I hate pausing videos, but here we go. Okay, just got off the phone with G.I. Joe, and he says if I move the carrier, then the Anzac plane stays on it, but of course can't participate. That much I knew. I just didn't know if I could actually move an Anzac plane on a UK turn. That's pretty sweet. All right, but he did say that I can bring in, oh, not that I need his permission, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 because of the ATC. So we're going to put it right there. And that's what we got coming in then. So, first things first is the anti-aircraft. And here we go. All right, so no hit there. There's the hit. No hit. Now we have bombard. We have a 4, and we have a 3 with the cruiser. We got a 3 with the tank. We've got an infantry with an artillery support and 1 unsupported infantry. All right, so I need 5 hits here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait a second. What am I missing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I should have 7. I've only got 6 dice. So fighter. Oh, I forgot the fighter. Huh. All right, so I've got a fighter. Just do this out again. Tank, fighter, cruiser bombard, battleship bombard, paired infantry, and a lone artillery. Okay, or lone infantry. All right, here we go. The battle for Rome has begun. And we got 3 hits. Okay. Well, the first 2 obviously will be the anti-aircraft gun. And because he's battling for his very life, I'm going to assume, I didn't talk to him about this because I just kind of talked myself into doing this with a little help from G.I. Joe, and Corporal Clegg has my back on this if it fails. So I'm going to assume he's going to lose his least valuable unit as far as defense goes. All right, but now he's got defensive 1 and 2 2s with his 2 infantry. All right. Ouch! All right. So I lose 2 infantry for that. Well, it's a good thing I brought that plane down, eh? All right, so I've got artillery, tank, plane. No hits. Not good. 2 infantry. He got 1 hit. All right, so lose the artillery. Oh boy, not good. My 2 3s versus his 2 2s. Okay, I got 1 hit. So that's going to be 1 of his men. We'll roll again. And got him. Alright, so I have taken Italy with 1 tank left. This fighter is going to land here. That's it for battles. There's no more UK battles. I'm going to pause the video here and I'm going to change out all this stuff. And we're going to look at what else happens here with the fall of Italy. Okay, so this is going to be the swap out for all of the stuff that was on here. So we have 3 Italian fighters. They're going to disappear and they're going to get folded into the Africa Corps here, the Luftwaffe as it were. And then we have 2 Italian tanks. So for 2 German tanks, I changed out the roundel there. A mech and an arty for a mech and an arty. And then this stack of men, I didn't even count them. I think there's 10, but could be, yeah, it looks like 10. So 10 infantry, then go into El Alamein. All right. Now on the Italian turn, which I will likely be doing, it's going to be a very, it's going to be fairly important where we move things and what we do with things. But the British are now going to do their non-com movements. So we have this guy coming up to Anglo-Egypt Sudan, this guy going to Anglo-Egyptian Sudan, this mech going up to Anglo-Egyptian Sudan. And then we are going to bring out 3 men into Transjordan, the strategic bomber, is going to go to Transjordan. The fighter is going to go to Transjordan. These artillery are going to go to Transjordan. I believe that's what I want. 2, 4, 6, 8. Oh, you know what? I'm going to leave. Got to leave these 3 behind right now, unfortunately. Yeah. Okay. So we have in Anglo-Egyptian Sudan, we have 2 men and a mech. These 2 destroyers are going to go from 81. They're going to go 1, 2, 3 up to here because now this Italian is friendly. So there's no more disruption from them. I can't move any of the Italian stuff right now, of course, but there it goes. And the Italian money stays with Italy, and they'll be able to spend on their next turn. Ethiopia now reverts back. So the British actually hurt their own economy a little bit. Drop down to 28. The Italians go back up to 15. I'm going to have to take a look and make sure that's correct. I'm not sure that's correct, but we're not collecting Italian money right now. And then we're going to have a couple of Strat bombers here that are definitely going to be hightailing it out of there, and a cruiser and some other guys that are going to be moving around for the Italians. There's also a couple of Italian anti-aircraft guns, which will obviously get moved someplace. And since I'm likely doing the Italian turn next, we are going to do that, so we remind ourselves. So that's it for the British turn. We are going to... Actually, we're going to leave everybody there. And just put on our build. Right? So we're saving $3. So this is how much we're going to have at the end of this. It's $3. And we're going to put our build on. And our build is just a lone destroyer. And he is going to go into C-Zone 109er. Okay. That is everything. So I guess I can do my rundown now. Alright, so we have 2 men, 1 mech. In Egypt, we have 2 Anzac, 1 French. And then we have 7 British infantry and 1 anti-aircraft gun. And a factory with 7 damage on it from the aforementioned Italians. In Transjordan, we have 3 artillery, a fighter, and a strategic bomber. In C-Zone 97, we have 2 destroyers, an aircraft carrier with a British fighter and an Anzac fighter. We have a battleship, a cruiser, and 2 transports. Southern Italy, we have 1 tank. Nothing in the Pacific at all, so we'll just head right on over here. This is all Canadian stuff except for the British mech in Gibraltar. So we have a newly built destroyer. And nothing has changed in England. You know what? I'm not even going to waste your time except for 1 fighter took off. So we're down to 3 RAF fighters in here, 5 AA guns, looks like 13 men, and artillery, and some other sundry things from other nations. But that's all we have for the British. So the British collect 28. And I don't think we're actually being convoyed right now. So... hey, tell you what, that's almost a small bonus. So $28, we saved 3, so we're going to have 31 to spend for the Brits next turn. So I'll get that money out. So we have 10, 20, 31 total. And then this stuff can go away. All right. Well, folks, that was interesting. You can see Germany now will likely have a good shot at taking Cairo, but it seemed like a trade worth making. You can leave in the comments below if you think that was foolhardy, disastrous, whatever. we thought we'd just kind of spice it up a little bit. Just see what happens here with bringing Italy over to the Allies' side. Gives us a few options, a few less headaches. Gives us one bigger headache here, but not by much, right? Not by much. We essentially took away the attack of the 2 men they were going to drop with this, a couple of Strat bombers, and it's just a fighter and a tactical that they had in here as Germany that wouldn't be coming into Cairo. So I figured, why not? Let's do it, and we'll marshal up all of our Italian stuff and see if we can't cause a problem for the Germans. Japanese are certainly causing problems over here. We figure that turnabout is fair play. All right. There we go. Italy is now an allied power, so I will likely be doing their turn right after this one. It's probably going to be a little while, but pretty soon. All right, well, this is about a half an hour past the British taking of Rome, and that's why this is all on the same video, because, hey, might as well make hay while you can, right? I might actually be doing Anzac and Canada as well, because Corporal Clegg is a little banged up right now and might need a little assistance doing that, so I might do that for him as well. But hey, I got time. I decided not to do any umping today, and it's paid off well, because I haven't had to run out and spend a few hours out of the ball diamonds and then come back and try to help out in the house and all the rest. I was able to get some stuff done this morning, and it's Thanksgiving weekend in Canada, so we get Monday off. And since there's really not much traveling going on right now, we'll be just the 3 of us for Thanksgiving dinner. And yeah, I don't have to worry about any crowds coming around, and I can do all my marking on Monday. Boy, I sound like a typical teacher, eh? Leaving it to the last day. But anyway, here we are with the Italians. The Italians are now an allied force, and because the Italians are an allied force, they get to cash in on some of the... Sorry for my bad camera work there. I forgot to get the Italian cards out. So we're just going to come on over here. We're going to get the Italian cards going. Oop, I think I got them up here. There we go. Alright, Germany. Here we go. So the fall of Rome, that happened. And then at war with the Axis, which they are now. And at war with the Axis, and everything else is at war with the Allies. So they can't get really as many bonuses with the Allies, but that kind of makes sense. So, we're going to see if they collect any of this stuff today. But we have no attacks, as it were. Okay, this is all going to be non-combat movements. So, to start things off, we are going to have this man and artillery move into Tunisia. This is a transport plane from the turn before, but now it is being used as a regular, whatever, strat bomber. Going to come back to Rome. They're going to land there. This cruiser is going to come here, and this sub is going to come here. Okay. This Italian in Italian Somaliland is going to move into Ethiopia. Actually, he's not. He's going to move into Kenya. There we go. A little safer, being a little inland. And we are going to have this guy here. He is going to move into... Oh, it's a big debate, actually. I guess this is an attack. So it's all happening at the same time. You can see there's no dice to roll or anything. I forgot about him. He was actually going to move. And we're just going to be a real pain in the butt here and move into Greater Southern Germany with that Italian. So Italy is going to go up $4. Goes up to 19. And the Germans down to 38. All right. And these 2 Italian AA guns are going to go into Bessarabia and join their Russian comrades. There you go. Fascism and communism together again. And that is every unit that is Italian on the board. Every single one of them moved this turn. And when I say every single one of them, that meant 8. Okay, so now we'll put our build on. We have an AA gun going to go into the capital. because we suspect there's going to be a big response from the Germans here. We're putting the transport on here, of course. And then we've got 4 units going on. Now, 2 of these units can go into southern Italy, but the other 2 have to go into northern, and I forgot to get ready for that. So here we go. Boom. Because we can only build 3 units there. So the AA gun and 2 men. All right, so that is everything. Quick flyby will tell you that the Italians have all of their original territories. Okay. And they actually own what was an Axis territory. So they're going to get bonuses for this. So all their original territories, they have 1, 2, then they get 3, 4, 8, 9, 10, 11. So they're at 11. I didn't add that very well at all. We're going to do that again. We have 4, 8, 11, 14. None of this is worth anything. 15, 16, 17, 18, and 19. I tell you, folks, it's crazy. So we know we're at 19, so we're glad we got that going for us. All right. But then let's look at our cards here. So we have $19. We control all of our original territories. So that's a bonus of 5. It takes us up to 24. And then for each territory we control that was originally German. Well, Greater Southern Germany is definitely originally German, so it's another 2. So that's 7 added on to the 19 is 26. So the Italians, who saved nothing, are going to have $26 to spend next round. That's 24, 25, 26. I'm going to help out the Allied cause, the Allied war effort. I'm going to put that right there. And there you go. Nice quick turn. And yeah, Italian 1 infantry, man artillery, 2 men, AA gun, 2 Strat bombers, 2 men, 1 man, and then we've got a cruiser, transport, and a sub in C-Zone 97. All right, well, we're going to hand it over to possibly myself and possibly Corporal Clegg to do Anzac and Canada. Got some fun stuff coming up with them as well, especially now that France can do some things that they weren't able to do before. We'll see how that goes in just a moment. Right, we're back. And yeah, just a brief hiatus. We're back at it. So here we go. We're doing Anzac and Canada. And yeah, well, we'll start with France because France is it's pretty simple stuff. We're going to have these 3 guys go into there. Now, as far as I know, this does not get liberated because Paris is still under Axis control. So we're going to leave that there because they're allies now with Italy. The card says if Italy's taken any territory, it remains theirs until Paris comes back to the fold. Right? It gets liberated. So here's a French fighter going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, landing in southern Italy. And the destroyer, 1. Are we going to stay there? No, we're gonna bring the destroyer right out to there. Okay, so the destroyer, French destroyer, is going to go into 98. It's a good place to die as any. All right, so that's it for the French. Nothing else. So now on to Anzac and Canada. So for Canada, we have $17 to spend. We're going to spend 14 on a transport, a man, and an artillery, saving 3. And for Anzac, we have 26 to spend. We had 27, but I had forgotten about this convoy, so there we go, 26. So we're going to spend 21 on a transport, destroyer, sub, and that means we're saving 5. All right, so here are our moves. We're going to take 2 subs. We're going to go 1, 2, 3. We're going to come right out here, and we are going to attack these transports. Now, I put this out here because my partner, Corporal Clegg, reminded me that they do get to defend with a 1 because they're paired transports. And over here, we have this submarine. He's going to go 1, 2, 3 out to here. Now, I haven't spoken with who's in charge of this? Chaplain. Yeah, I was going to say Hell on Wheels, but he's in charge of Germany. So I haven't spoken to the chaplain yet. I assume he would just submerge, which would get rid of that convoy. I will talk to him after this and ask, and if he says, "Oh no, I'd fight," then I'll film it and throw it on the video. We just assume that people will not want to fight a 1 versus 1 or a 2, and in that event, then it's nothing for me to just do this, right? And then they would land in Dutch New Guinea, but obviously I think he's just going to submerge.
Wrong!
So there's no convoy there at this moment. Okay, the only other Anzac units are here, and they are going to stay there and defend Cairo to the last. So we have that. The Canadians have only, let's see here. Yeah, they don't have any attacks. They'll just be doing some non-combat maneuvering. All right. Okay, so here we go. We have 2 at 2, and these are sneak attacks, so if I do get a hit, then they don't defend. Okay, I got 1 hit, so that would sneak attack that one. Away goes their pairing, and therefore it's just an auto kill. So that's it. So now, the fun part is now that this is being convoyed by Anzac. And there's no destroyers in the vicinity, but he can obviously bring this by and make them submerge if he chooses. And there as well. Okay, so could have a little bit of a cat and mouse game down here for a little while until we can somehow get some destroyers over here to start beating each other up. Oh, look what Anzac built. Anyway, we're going to do our non-coms. So the man and artillery, New South Wales, are going to move up to Queensland. This transport is going to move up to C-Zone 54. That's 54 there. You get to know some of the C-zones by number, right? Like I couldn't tell you, what's out in the middle of the Atlantic, but we learned 10, 26, 6, 6A, 6B, whatever. 54, 62 you learn, 39, 37. So there's some that you really get to know. But anyway, too much monologuing today. Yeah, all that stuff's moving up there. It's all there. These fighters are going to remain where they are. And obviously that. So that's it for Anzac. We're going to put our build on. So all 3 go on into 62. And for the Crazy Canucks, they're going to... Oh, I forgot to do my non-coms with Canada. So obviously moving them back down there because Germany can still do a sea line. Now we've got these guys in here. They're going to walk into Morocco. And let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I don't think he's got anywhere to land now. So we're actually going to bring that guy into there. This sub is going to come 1, 2 and join the destroyer up in 109. Okay. And beyond that, I think that is all we've got. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I guess, you know what? I'm going to take that back. I didn't see his strat bombers being able to get down there in time. So we're gonna leave him there. But the submarine is going to come up to there. And then our placement is that, of course. It's all going in Quebec, but we'll just put in there. And that is everything for Anzac Canada. So pretty quick turn. Not a lot of dice rolling, just one round, and that's it. So now we'll just do our money. So we saved 3. Canadians are still in a French territory. Okay, so we are going to get the bonus. So we have our 7, and then we get the 3. So we got a 10 bonus. We'll have 13 to spend next round. Oh, 1 shy. Oh well, might have to just do 2 infantry next turn. The Anzac saved 5. And we are down a bit. We're down to a more humble level at 11, but we do get our 5. All right, so that's going to be 16 that Anzac will have next turn to spend. All right, so that is everything, folks. Hope you've enjoyed it. We'll not get those ones mixed up. And that is it for turn 4. Round 4 is done, and there ain't no more. And it's going to be on to the Germans now. The Germans will have to decide what to do now that their stalwart ally has flip-flopped. Kind of like they did in World War One. So there you go. We have Europe. Bit of a mess. We'll see what the Germans do to recoup from this. This could be a problem for them. But Cairo is likely in a little bit of trouble. We'll see how it goes next round.